Long time no see, guys. Hello, everybody, my fellow 21 Pilots enjoyers, and today I guess, I'm finally back on this journey. And the reason why it took me this long is I kind of fell off with first of all, with the channel itself, right? Because I was absent for a long time, and then I had a lot of stuff to do, a lot of stuff to catch up, and my priorities were totally wrong, as you can guess. Yeah, and only right now I managed to fully be ready and have time to sit there and listen to the whole big project by 21 Pilots like this, because I never wanted to do this as a one by one piece of work, or maybe something similar to that. I would rather do something like this, when I just sit and listen to the whole project as a big whole cohesive storyline. That's how I can get the best experience, right? So I think that would be correct thing to do. And I decided to start from the beginning, as always, because the last thing we have heard on this channel is Breach, and the album was amazing, spectacular as always. And let's go one by one. The first ever album, it's actually self-titled, 21 Pilots. This was released on December 29th, 2009. Wow, that is very old. How many years ago was that? 17 years ago, 16 or 17 years ago. That's insane. Yeah, okay, so before we start and jump into this, let's just watch and see how many songs do we have here. 14 tracks. Implicit Demand for Proof, Fall Away the Pantaloon, Attic with a Pen, Friend Please, March to the Sea, Johnny Boy, All Miss Believer, Air Catcher, Trapdoor, A Car, A Torch, A Death, Taxi Cab, Before You Start Your Day, Isle of Flightless Birds. I think I've never heard a single song from this album. No, have no idea about these titles. Released independently by the band on December 29th, 2009, 21 Pilots self-titled is the band's first official studio album. At the time of release, the band was composed of current frontman Tyler Joseph and his high school friends Nick Thomas and Chris Sally. Oh, wait, so this was before Josh joined. Okay. Primarily written by Tyler, the album is arguably 21 Pilots' most poetic work to date. It features heavy topics such as struggling with sin, doubting God, mental health, as well as lighter songs like Johnny Boy, which Tyler wrote to encourage his father. Oh, after seeing success due to their 2015 hit Stressed Out, 21 Pilots self-titled entered the Billboard 200 7 years after its release. Oh, that's actually so sick. What have the original members said about this album? Chris, in an interview with Alt Press, the lyrics were always Tyler, and I think that's pretty clear. I wouldn't even know a percentage because I haven't heard a lot of those songs in years, because to me that album is really old. It's almost looking back at your high school pictures and thinking, why did I wear that? How did this album perform? Number 139 on 2017. That's very good actually for the album this old. Okay, I think I'm ready. So the first song is titled Implicit Demand for Proof. Let's just click on it. Oh wait, you know what? I want to see the cover arts. How does it look? What is this? Someone is laying in their mind. That's actually cool. It was designed by John Redstad, whose Instagram with other artwork can be found here. This cover shows the creative process as thoughts pour out of the person's head and form all sorts of different objects. That's actually impressive to see. Yeah, we see the track list, the original one. You can actually see the credits too. Tyler Joseph, Chris Sally, Nick Thomas. Wow, myspace.com. This is actually so old. Okay. And the disc was looking like this. Very cool. Like minimalistic, but somehow it works. Okay, maybe this is an alternative cover and this is something unofficial. I think I'm ready. Let's just start this right away and see what this will be all about. Yeah. The first song on the first album, 21 Pilots, Implicit Demand for Proof, begins with a melodic piano piece, which introduces the listener to the musical virtuosity of 21 Pilots. The track evolves quickly into an angsty piece that details Tyler Joseph's struggle with his religious doubt, a theme the group will continue to explore further throughout their career. Tyler goes as far as to bait God, or implicitly demands for proof of his existence. Oh, he questions his power and his presence, even if it means God strikes Joseph down in the process of for his blasphemy. Okay, got it. I think this gave me enough of context, and now I'm ready. Yeah. So I pulled up the official audio from their channel. Surprisingly, it has only 1 million views, which of course was expected because this is an old track and not a lot of people are aware about this, so I'm not even surprised. Yeah, almost 5 minutes long. Okay, let's see. Beautiful piano. Very simplistic patterns, but they are working. Okay, very intriguing, and not that I was expecting, but I'm all here for something fresh to my ears. Gorgeous intro. That means that we have to witness the perfection right now. So intense. Everything else that just appears and you're left with the synth and greedy bass in the background. Ooh. Okay, so unexpected. Wow, I have no idea what to expect. Okay, his vocals are so good. They are so theatrical. An interesting thing that they decided to go with this theme as an introduction for the album. There has to be a purpose, we'll see, yeah. For now, it's very interesting. That's the only thing that comes to my mind. So unique and different from what was coming out in the mainstream at that time, probably. Very weird in the best way possible. Okay, I like this random chaotic drops and I'm losing my mind over them. You almost cannot hear drums, but the high ends are here and you can just create the patterns in your head by yourself. Okay. The melody, very simple, yeah. Yeah, indeed, intriguing thoughts, like in the verses. What answers does he need? Okay, just like that. Okay, building up. I guess they were always this epic since the beginning. Yeah, very unique piece of art. Who else could have done stuff like this? No one. And that is very cool. You can hear his vocals fading into the background, and very, 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 very weird, but I like it. Yeah, Rain Down and Destroy Me. Actually, let's see some of the annotations maybe. Tyler believes that all of God's promises, everlasting life, will be eventually fulfilled, but because of his doubt, he still wants physical proof of his existence. This is why he is asking for God to show himself and make it rain fire upon the earth now, just as the Bible says it will during the final days. In 2 Peter 3:10. But the day of the Lord will come like a thief, and then the heavens will pass away with a roar, and the heavenly bodies will be burnt up and dissolved, and the earth and the worlds that are done on it will be exposed. Okay, so about setting fire. Make Me Look Away could be a reference to Genesis 19, where God destroyed the two cities of Sodom and Gomorrah with a rain of fire. Yeah, when God told Lot to leave with his family, they were told to not look directly at the cities burning, for little did they know they would turn to salt if they peeked. Lot's wife learned the hard way. Strike me down, calling you, lighting down from your dark hiding place. Go ahead and show me your face. A less literal analysis of the sign is that God is making him look away from any proof, forcing him to solely rely on his faith. And I guess he intended the first part too, probably, but overall, I think in the end, the less literal analysis is way more correct, because you don't have to go that deep to realize what's the messages here. Strike me down, I'm calling you, lightning down from you. Yeah, I did this, okay. The chorus, let's see, what else? Tyler taunts God, vying for his attention. I do apologize if I pronounce some words very incorrectly, because I'm not English native language speaker, so I will have a lot of grammatical errors here and there, so bear with me. Or acknowledgement by saying, go ahead, destroy me, then at least I'll know you're real. Recognizing that God does not owe him an answer. He may also be asking for God to destroy him as an atonement for all of his doubting. The word rain in these lines could have a double meaning, acting as a homophone for rain. Actually, yeah. Gods are usually seen as having control of the weather and the sky, bringing bad weather to punish people for things such as blasphemy. God is also known as the King of Kings, and Tyler is asking God to actually rain down by doing something that only a king or a god could do to prove their existence. Yeah. This could also be a nod to Radiohead's 1997 song Paranoid Android, where it says, rain down, come on, rain down me, from a great height, from a great height. Doubt that, but still, okay. And a second verse. I mean, no disrespect, I am simply very perplexed by your ways. Sometimes following blindly in the words and ways of your superiors can be confusing and lead you to question their motives. Not out of a malice, but out of genuine curiosity. Nobody likes to be left in the dark. Yeah, actually, that's why he's demanding the proof. More specifically, Tyler strives to understand God himself more thoroughly. This is seen more blatantly in Tyler's song Blasphemy from his 2008 solo project. He even had his own solo project. Interesting. No fun intended. He seems to possess some resentment towards God in this line, as many do after suffering some sort of trauma. He questions his methods, which is not acceptable behavior according to some Christian churches, but is common in those who feel hopeless. Why would you let us use your name? Yeah, this one is... I don't get it at first. As many worshippers have expressed, Tyler is curious as to why God would create humans with the ability to sin. Yeah, actually, I have thought about it a lot. In biblical times, the true name of God was considered much too holy to be spoken aloud. This may also allude to the famous passage in the book of Exodus in which speaking the Lord's name in vain is made to be a crime. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. Yeah. It's appropriate to note here that Tyler never directly says God in his songs, save for a car torture there, even though many clearly contain religious allusions. As this article suggests, it almost seems as if this is done to draw people in, then let them figure it out for themselves. So basically, the question that is left in vain. And we as listeners should search for the answers to with Tyler himself. Okay? Very interesting track. An amazing intro, I would say, because it just captures your attention and you want to listen to the next song. Like, what does he mean by this? Why is he asking these questions and things like that? Yeah. This song has never been played live before. Oh my gosh, according to Mania Online. Oh, what's this? Okay, so some of the songs were not performed ever, never. Okay,